Hello, 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 and welcome, my Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury signs. Welcome to your new moon to full moon read for February to March 2020. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons Mel, for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, and Mercury in Venus. So, sorry, Mercury in Libra. Oh, I've been retrograding all over the fucking place today. Oh, please pardon, I'm doing the best that I can. Whew, a lot of vibe going on today. Well, we are in dark moon. If you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe. I'm one of the fun readers. I am the fun reader on Long Island and on YouTube, apparently. Really here, very, very happy to serve you, making my way up through the stages of goals in YouTube land to bring you the guidance and grace from my pantheons. I'm very, very happy to be doing so. A couple of things, though, about this reading. This is about new moon to full moon next. The new moon that we're looking at is on the 23rd of February, new moon in Pisces, and it will go about 2 weeks, right? Half of the moon cycle to March 9th, where it would be full moon in Virgo. But what's weird about that is Mercury will still be retrograde, but it will be going direct the same day that the moon goes full in Mercury, in Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury. Oh my God, the inversions verbally. I am a Virgo, so it's really hitting my linguistics, this retrograde, but it's been okay so far. But now that we're in the orb of dark moon, the 3 days before new moon, it's kicking up a little bit, frustrating me a bit. So what do I need to do? I need to breathe. I need to slow it down, allow the divine to work through me. And if you're doing the same on your end, focusing on your breath, right? Air sign Libra, partnering with your breath, I'm sure, let's hope, it will keep us in balance, at least with what we're saying, right? Because communications are supposed to go haywire during Mercury retrograde, but it's also a brilliant time to pull back and look at things, reconsider, reevaluate, reunite, reconcile, all the rerees, so let's get down to business. We're only doing 8 cards, but 5 of those will be an element spread. I'll explain it when I get there. All the decks that I read are in the description box all the way at the bottom below, and check out my other links on the way down. My books are in there. There's a lot of cool stuff there. I always try and, jam-pack my description box, the Virgo that I am. And, I also have Mercury conjunct Venus in Libra, so I want to put forth a balanced program every time to give you all the info you need. So let's rock and roll. We're going to start with Healing with the Angels, Oracle, Doreen Virtue. Nice deep breath, please. Still point. My angels, please. 1 card in clarity. Your celestial point of view that this Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury signs needs to readdress, needs to look at, needs to keep in mind. For this new moon to full moon next, new moon in Pisces to full moon in Virgo. During this Mercury retrograde, please, February to March 2020, my angels, 1 card in clarity for this Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury sign. So this will be sort of like the overlighting point, right? The bigger point of view from the angels, that miracles, right? So that let's talk about miracles. Now, I'm a student and a teacher of Course in Miracles, which is weird for a witch, because the language of it is very Christian, but it is a mystical text worth exploring, though very wordy, right? Very written in complex language, because the message is so simple, it's easy to miss. So the definition of a miracle in terms of Course in Miracles is a shift in consciousness or awareness from a thought system based in fear to a thought system based in love. You could say from lead to gold, which is the alchemical language I enjoy most. But for most people on planet Earth, the majority, a miracle is something that happens that defies natural law. Walking on water, water into wine, right? Manna from heaven. I'm going biblical, because those are the ones we most associate with miracles. But more contemporary, like if someone has a fatal disease and people pray for them and then they go into total remission and the doctors don't know why, they go, oh, it's a miracle. But I don't think we realize how miraculous life actually is. There's a thing called being miracle ready. Yes, very Course in Miracles, but also saying that, well, if I focus on miracles, I should be able to if I'm always experiencing them, what if I'm just going too fast to notice the miracles, right? To slow it down, to retrograde, to kind of pull back, look at things a little differently, because there are miracles in play. And I believe that's true for all of us. You know what? Miracles sometimes are like lint. Like, you don't see it until you're under a black light, right? And then you're like, oh my God, wow, where did all this come from, right? So sometimes it is a shift in awareness that does that. And really, Course in Miracles does teach that, but it's all about forgiveness. And if it was called A Course in Forgiveness, no one would have ever bought the book. Brilliant work, though. I loved it. I love the Course in Miracles. Yeah, let's just keep moving on, because we're going to clarify that with an element spread. Yay, one of my favorite spreads. Fire, Earth, Air, Water, Spirit, using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, which will be the voices of my goddesses and my gods, right? Because this is lunar, so I really try and work only with the Daughters of the Moon, usually the voice of my goddesses and the Divine Feminine, but can work for both the masculine and the feminine divine in this particular type of reading. Nice deep breath. Still point. Oh, the garbage man is coming. I can hear him in the distance. All right. Let's pause this for a moment until they're done. Otherwise, you're going to hear everything in the background. Be right back. It is so weird. It literally every day takes place right outside my window, and if I'm working here doing readings, I get to see the whole thing. They lift it up, they dump it in, and then they back. It's just really funny to me. This has been the most Mercury retrograde ever. More delays and glitches, but hey, so it goes. Everything is happening for us, right? Go watch the Mercury retrograde readings that I did for all the 12 signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury. That's really what those readings are about. This is sort of the same element as in there, but we're looking at a new moon to full moon, so it just cracks me up. I'm getting better with my impatience with interruptions, though, and that's why everything is happening to make us stronger, right? To allow our soul, which is infinitely patient, to manifest more within our personalities, right? But the ego fights it like crazy. But hey, therein lies the work, right? So let's get you your elements ready. Here we go. Nice deep breath. Still point. My gods and goddesses, please. Element spread for this Libra collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury sign for this new moon in Pisces to full moon next in Virgo, Mercury retrograde, and all, please. Element of fire. What is this Libra's desire that they need to reevaluate, to relook at, to re-experience? What is their element of earth? What they have that they need to reevaluate, resort through? Oops. Yeah, no. Too many cards. See what I mean? It's like, this is like very retrograde-y. Very much testing my patience. One card, please, my gods and goddesses, for their element of earth in this new moon to full moon. There we go. That they need to reevaluate, reassess. Their element of air, their mental field. What are the thoughts, beliefs, ideas they need to reconsider? Their element of water. What are their emotions that they need to reassess, re-embrace, re-experience? That one. There we go. Element of water. And lastly, what is their element of spirit? The voice or the point of view of the soul in all of this for this new moon to full moon next with that Mercury retrograde underway. Let's have a look. Now keep in mind, your key word here is miracles, right? So in terms of what it is that you want, how does the miracle apply? We've got the Aquarius card. Now this could absolutely, because it is a court card, represent an Aquarian person, you know, Sun, Moon, Rising, whatever, or someone who has that 11th house vibe. The 11th house, the more you study astrology, the more you start seeing it everywhere. It is about humanitarianism. It's about how we interact with the world, our relationship with communities, our groups, our friends, right? And very egalitarian is a wonderful word, very humanitarian, very hands across America, we are the world sort of deal, but also ruled by Uranus, I'm trying to avoid that joke. I just can't. Your rectum, because people get tired of saying Uranus, which is the planet of the rebel and the breakthrough, right? The explosive, the electric, the new, the freaky deaky. So wanting that can very much be from that place of fixed air, the stratosphere, seeing the larger picture. So as a Libra, trying to, you know, find balance in all things as best as you can, there might be a desire here. If this does not represent a person, then it could absolutely represent your own freedom of mind to see things from a miraculous point of view, that, oh my God, everything is working out for me. It's just, these are the lessons I have to go through, and I can't get it wrong, because it's all, you know, like seeing the divine plan for a second. Because this is Ixchel, the eagle woman. She carries scissors to cut away that which no longer serves in the mental field. So considering this is a Mercury retrograde, all about the planet of air and thought and belief and all of that, when we get to that position of air, we'll see what's going on there. What's going on in your earth element? All right, conflict. So what it is that you have right now, this might be where the miracle really needs to come and play, is there is some sort of conflict of desire. Now, it's a fire card, right? 4 of flames. Looks like there's only 2 archers. There is only 2 archers, but there is 1 dragon, 1 conflict fueling the fire. So I often find this to be, if this is not relational, certainly could be 2 people in a battle of wills, right? Fire, desire, will, choice, decision, but can also be within the self. 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake. I really want it, but... like if your ethics, your honor code are in the way of your desires, are really telling you, oh, it's okay to want that, but we have to do this honorably, that sort of thing. As well as it can simply be, I really want this, but I'm terrified of that. It's like, I really want to, but it's dealing with the but in your desire. Girl, you got some but in your desire. So to deal with that conflict, that there is a huge opportunity there for a miracle to surrender it to something higher, right? A higher perspective, a higher vision, a higher point of view, and say, all right, this is happening for me somehow. Here's the prayer for a miracle. God, Goddess, Zeus, Buddha, Jesus, and Jaina, Shaggy, Scooby, Danger-Prone Daphne, I am willing to see things differently, which is what retrogrades are all about. Really, if you break it down, that's what a Mercury retrograde at least is all about. So let's look at that element of air to help with that conflict. Major Arcana card of the Death card. This Death card, the card of the Phoenix, has showed up in the air position more than I've ever seen, both in these readings as well as in the Satisfying Soulmate romantic reads I just did before this series. So there is a transformation of mind. Ideas are dying, right? They have run their purpose. Illusions are returning to the dust heap from whence they came, so to speak. But then there is a rising of the new from that. Now, not the completion of a cycle, like if this was the card of the world of the universe. The Death card is pretty always halfway through the deck-ish, right? Usually card number 13, which out of 22 cards, depending on the deck, some, like this deck, they take a couple of cards and split it into 2 for different meanings, different imagery. But definitely the Phoenix is then about rising from that. Whatever is going on here, the mind may be very frustrated. Maybe this fire element below it in Earth, right, in the Earth position, is definitely fueling this. So there is something wonderful coming from this eventually, but it looks like the main transformation is happening either within the mind, or that the mind is seeing this is a death of something, not the end of something, the transformation of something. And I will say the reason why skeletons are often used in the Death card is because it's transformation from the bones out. It's major arcana, usually more spiritual than just like a change of jobs, right? Or the change of seasons, which is more Wheel of the Year. The Wheel of Fortune. So pagan. But that thing of literally burning something up, you can't unburn something. So a more permanent transformation here, going to ashes and rising in the mental field, or at least the mind is sort of grokking that, right? Embracing, seeing that. So good for Mercury retrograde still, that you can see how far you've come and what's transforming, at least mentally, what's going on in your emotions. And here's your second major arcana card. and a really tricky one because it is the trickster, the coyote woman, half of the devil card. As I said in this deck, it's a feminist deck, so the idea of the devil doesn't really jive with that. That's more patriarchal, right? So in this deck, they divide it into oppression and the trickster. Now, if you're going to get either of those two cards, oppression just sucks, but it's good to know that you're being oppressed by something, perhaps your own stuff, your own baggage. But I like this one better because the coyote is at least saying that if there is sabotage afoot, there is something here, a trick that's being played on me, but in order for me to benefit, to learn, to heal, to grow, to become the best that we can be. And retrogrades are famous for that kind of, sort of, because it's through the retrograde that you re-look at things and realize, oh my God, there's a hole in this bucket, dear Liza. Dear Liza, I have been sabotaged, or I sabotaged myself, or this. It's sort of like you'd think Wile E. Coyote right now would figure out, go vegetarian, right? Stop chasing this bird. He must be hungry after all these decades. But, he's doing it for food. It's a little bit different. Here in your emotional field, you might be feeling very tricked. You might be feeling very sabotaged. But being able to pull back and see it from that higher place, which is what you really need. There is a miracle here for you in this conflict that's going on, but absolutely, the mental death and rebirth alone is worth it when you really look at that card of miracles, so that you can see the trick that either you've played on yourself, someone has played on you, sort of at the core of this conflict, or that the gods are playing on you to get you to really learn, heal, grow, and evolve into something with that death and rebirth. Cool. Last card of the 5, the position of spirit. Good. Point of view of the soul is that all the pieces of the puzzle are hitting the table, the 10 of blades. The ceremony of the rattle, right? The conclusion, or I should say the culmination of the element of air in its cycle. The passing of the talking stick, the rattle, that all of the different voices are heard. Now that can be within you, right? Particularly emotional voices, particularly I want but I'm afraid, the voices perhaps of others involved here, but certainly the miracle can take place once all of those points of view have been expressed, if not exhausted, right? They don't have to be exhaustively heard. It's like inner child work. One of the beings in your internal council might be that inner child that very much wants but is so terrified of whatever is coming. So, I mean, you can do inner child work forever, but at a certain point, just to bring what? Resolution, which is how I see the 10 of blades, the 10 of swords, no matter what deck. Even in the Rider-Waite, right? 10 swords in the back, face down in the mug, but the sun is rising, at least it's resolved, right? It's at the end and will reboot as something new. Cool. We've got 2 more cards left to elucidate, to bring you some clarity. Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of our higher selves. Remember, yeah, I'm down for this miracle for sure. So let's have a look and see what our higher selves say. I love this deck. Sometimes it just calls you on the carpet and tells you exactly what to do or what's going on. Cool. Nice deep breath. Oh. Still point. The higher selves of all involved, mine included, please. 1 card. A Whisper of Love Oracle card for this Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Sun, for this new moon in Pisces to full moon in Virgo, and Mercury going direct on that full moon, please. What is the most important, the most valuable whisper of love, the piece of higher self-guidance and grace that you can give to the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Sun, this new moon to full moon next? Ask for help. Rock on. Ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. Well, what we need help with, apparently, is this conflict of will, desire, perhaps with another, perhaps within ourselves. Help with whatever sabotage, to learn to catch, what I say, give me a clue, a tip, a hint on this trick. Like, show me the trick. Don't let me miss a trick, right? Catch every synchronicity. Let me do the best that I can. I need help with this mental transformation, because as air signs, we might very well be battling with the belief aspect of it. And now let's really look at this. We've got 2 air cards, one in the element of fire and one in the element of spirit. So we are really looking at something here that is a challenge perhaps to the mind, that is sort of frying the mind, which a retrograde alone will do. but to really embrace these feelings of conflict without acting on them, right? It's okay to feel conflicted. It's okay to feel frustrated. It's okay to not know. But when are we ever rewarded for that? Never. So it's okay. Part of the miracle is saying, this is what I'm actually feeling. This is my authentic self. Or if not my authentic self, my ego, my personality, my inner child, whatever it is, a voice that needs to be heard is worth hearing, but we don't let it drive, right? We don't let it make our decisions for us so much as we let it have its emotional arc, we let it have its say, and we can then rise above and see it all from a larger point of view, all the pieces of the puzzle of the table, on the table, so that the puzzle can be resolved at least to a bit, keeping in mind that emotionally we might be feeling a little hamstrung, a little catch-22, right? Running in circles, chasing our tail, which I think is sort of appropriate for a coyote. Cool, cool. One card left. This should be helpful. One healing mantra card from the healing mantra deck by Matt Kahn. One side of the card is the mantra, the other side the name of the mantra, so I could look it up in the bookie book. And you know, it was so Mercury retrograde, the Scorpio reading I just did, that I forgot to read from the bookie book, and I didn't realize till the camera was clicked off. Sorry, Scorps, if you're watching this. But you got the card. I just didn't read from the bookie book, so I will make sure to read from the bookie book for my Libras, and from here on in. Nice deep breath. Never said I was perfect. Never say you're perfect. The gods hate hubris. You get the Deus Ex Machina Monty Python foot. Squish it. Not as punishment, but as a lesson, right? So nice deep breath again. Still point. My ascended masters, your grace, your guidance, and your compassion for what we're going through. You've been through the game and are reaching back through the dimensions of time and space to help out, right? Master teachers and all y'all, I love y'all so much. Please, one card for this Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury sign. For this new moon in Pisces to full moon next in Virgo, Mercury retrograde and all, please. What's our ultimate healing mantra for this new moon to full moon next? Uncovering confidence. Uncovering confidence, which means it's in there, but it may be obscured. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. And here I am talking about puzzle pieces, puzzle pieces. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. It's a lovely, lovely healing mantra. Let's get from the bookie book what that's all about, at least according to Matt Kahn, who I adore. Never met him, not getting any kickbacks from any of this. I just think, for somebody younger than me, he's wiser than me, and I'm fascinated by that. Where are we here? Uncovering confidence. Here we go. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. When confidence is uncovered, you are living from a space of renewed purpose. You know your place in the cosmos, and you are an expression of eternal light. Okay? There is no wavering on decisions or second-guessing your instincts. Confidence allows you the peace of mind to stand tall in your truth and to move forward courageously, knowing anything that comes your way can only inspire the gift of endless expansion, meaning that everything is happening for us, right? It takes a grain of sand in the belly of the oyster to make the pearl of wisdom, right? It's the pressure and heat of coal that turns it into a diamond. The metaphors are endless, but considering we're dealing with a conflict and a trick on the table, that to have that confidence, right? This mantra is ideal for resolving insecurities, easing personal concerns, and finding your true safety in your body and in the world, right? Particularly if you're feeling tricked, sabotaged, that there's a miracle here. But what a magnificent mantra. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. Of course you are, because that's the unity consciousness point of view of the soul, right? That we are all one, all quantum field, all the love, right? We are all the love. Matt Kahn's All for Love is the name of his YouTube channel, right? So to give yourself that love, to work that mantra that you are a missing piece in all of this will give you the confidence to know that, okay, well then here's the conflict and here's what I'm feeling to do about it, and whether I'm being tricked or not, I can do this because I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. Cool, cool. Thank you so much for watching. May the Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury signs be blessed with all that they need for this new moon to full moon next, including that Mercury retrograde going direct on the full moon, that we may all heal, grow, learn, become the best that we can be, and fulfill our role in the divine plan with miracles. Oh my God, this retrograde, with miracles left, right, and center, and hopefully one that will resolve our speech as we go, for the well-being of all. And so it is. Wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of this new moon to full moon next. But for now, my darlings, my Libras, my scales, hail, my scales, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.